Back to Section 6. We're here at New Era Field, the WNY Athletics crew. We're partnering up with Dick Gallagher, as we usually do once a week. Gentlemen, final thoughts on these 5 games as we head into sectional week here. Who gives, outside of these 5 games, who gives Western New York in Section 6 the best chance at continuing through Section 5?
I think the winner of Class D. I think Southwestern. I think Western New York Maritime Health Sciences. And whoever wins the South Park McKinley game. And I think that the game that'll be interesting to watch is the AA game, having to compete with Rochester, who's got some really good football at the AA level, particularly with McQuaid and Aquinas.
Yeah, I mean, that's always the tough one. You know, if we can get past Aquinas or McQuaid, whoever comes out of 5, they should have another good shot at least getting to the state final. So we'll have to wait and see. But I agree with you guys. I think whoever comes out, whether it's McKinley or South Park, I think they have as good a shot as any team out of 5 in A, particularly in A, or in the A division for Section 5. I like what we've seen out of those 2 teams, 2 very fast physical teams. And they've both battled adversity. McKinley more so, I think, than South Park, especially the last 2 weeks. But South Park's starting to feel a little bit of the heat, too. These teams are not just showing up. They want to play, and they want to be the one that beat South Park. You know, I like to go with the experience there, but you'll have to wait and see. That's why they play the games. But I agree. D, with whether it's Franklinville, Ellicottville, CSP, and then Southwestern, God bless Wilson. I mean, those kids are awesome. This is a tough game for them. This is a very tough game for them. Southwestern's just been playing at an entirely different level all year, but that's why they play these games.
Yeah, no doubt. I think you can call the Class D game right now almost a de facto state championship game. Like, it's going to be that caliber of a game to play. And you're talking about the defending Class D champs versus a team who's already beat the defending Class D champions, right? I agree on Southwestern. I think the difference in the game McKinley-South Park, again, I'm going to allude to it, is going to be the line play. I want to see the line play for South Park be able to give Hepburn enough time to throw the ball to get it to his weapons, because this may be the best line they're going to see so far that they've seen so far to date.
I think it'll be the fastest.
Yeah, well, and again, even from their guys may not be real tall big, but he's got bigger guys on the line that can play out there. And if you think about it, let's look at the Will North game, which was 14-7. McKinley played them early on in the year, and the difference in that game was line play. And look at what the line play did in the game against South Park. So, not that you want to take one game and refer it totally to another, but I will say is line play is going to be huge in that game.
I think that when you take a look at 5 games, whoever avoids turnovers and penalties is going to be able to win that game. And I don't care which class it is, unless there's a team that is so good that they're just going to dominate. But when you see that, because when you look at it, for example, when North Tonawanda won, I think they beat Lancaster 54-7 in the championship game. They wound up winning the state championship. Going into that game, no one thought the Lumberjacks had the talent to be able to win the state championship. So you never know.
Weather's supposed to be iffy, like it was last year. Thursday and Friday, those games were torrential downpours. They were cold. Tom, you were right in there. You're a real trooper down there on the field interviewing those kids. Definitely wear a sweater this time around. It's going to be.
You know me, I'll figure a way to stay warm, but I will say is look at last year. What was the difference last year was the running games for a lot of teams. Remember what Cleve Hill did last year from a running back standpoint? Running is going to be huge in this game.
All these teams can run the ball. Every one of those teams can run the ball. So it'll be interesting. I don't know if we'll see a lot of airing it out or not. You may see that with CSP. Garrett Hinsdale can throw the ball pretty well. Maybe see that a little more with Lancaster, but all these teams.
You can see in that both Lancaster and Orangeburg. Yeah. Manziel and Sharp both can throw the ball. In fact, Manziel brings up in the interview that you're going to hear is, hey, we can't have 4 turnovers against any team, and that's the difference. So exactly what Dick said is you can't have 4 turnovers and expect to win a game. So, again, it'll be the battle of of turnovers, the battle of the defenses. Both defenses are very, very strong, both Lancaster and Orchard Park, and it could be the difference of a running game or who can move the ball a little bit better.
And the key in the first game, Lancaster's up over Orchard Park, third quarter. They're on their 10-yard line, and then a ball gets tipped. Manziel gets intercepted, runs back to TV for 30 yards for a touchdown. The whole momentum of the game changed then, and then that wound up with the Quakers winning. And you can't, no one wants to see any turnovers, but they're part of the game, part of football. And then if you look at Orchard Park and Bennett, 16 penalties, 8 apiece. If you do that in a championship game, you're not going to be winning the game.
Well, that's going to do it for another episode of High School Football Weekly. For Tom Prince and Dick Gallagher, I am Frank Wolf, WNY Athletics. Enjoy all of the games this weekend. Again, all games will be live on Mixler.com/WNY Athletics. Don't miss a minute of the action. Tune into Facebook after each game because Tom will be doing all those interviews that he does on the field with the kids. It's one of the coolest things in high school football, especially in this area, and the kids love it and appreciate it. So I'm looking forward to that. And that's going to do it for us. We will see you next week, everybody.